This presentation discusses topics National Health Programs in India and their relevance, understanding the difference between vertical and horizontal health programs, and finally describing some of the important health programs. Before we actually begin with the description of national health programs, let's take a look at how to achieve good health. To achieve good health, it is important to improve host resistance to environmental hazards, improve environmental safety, and health systems designed to increase the likelihood, efficiency, and effectiveness of the first two goals. Factors that influence health can be grouped as the environment, the awareness of individuals and communities about health, personal hygiene, healthcare, and disease. Environment includes both the physical environment we live in and the social fabric of the community, and both significantly influence health. The physical environment plays an important role in many ways. A clean environment helps prevent the spread of disease and may reduce depression. Environment includes both physical environment we live in and the social fabric of the community, and both significantly influence health. The physical environment plays an important role in many ways. A clean environment helps prevent the spread of disease and may reduce depression. Next is awareness of health issues. The awareness of individuals about health is fundamental to promote a healthier village. If people do not understand the causes of ill health and how they can improve their health, they cannot make decisions about investing resources and time to improve their village or about lobbying for outside resistance. Such awareness should be developed in all areas that influence health because the different influences are often interrelated. Personal hygiene is essential for improving health and for sustaining the benefits of interventions. For example, if injuries and minor cuts are not kept clean, they become infected and lead to further health problems. Other factor that influence health is healthcare. All people suffer from disease at some point in their lives and may need to seek medical advice and treatment. Small children in particular may be prone to illness that require treatment, and there are several infectious diseases for which immunization is recommended. In all cases, the health outcomes are profoundly affected by whether healthcare facilities are available to the people. Community leaders should therefore lobby national and regional service providers to locate healthcare facilities as close to communities as possible and preferably within the community itself. Lastly, identifying health problems and establishing priorities. To improve the health of people in a community, a number of problems may be need to be resolved. While it is better to address these problems in an integrated way, it may be necessary to establish priorities and deal with the most pressing issues immediately. This situation could arise, for example, if communities or service providers have limited resources and can tackle only a few problems at a time. Community members may also have different perceptions of the main problems. People living in low-lying areas prone to flooding may feel that drainage is the main problem to be resolved, whereas those living in higher areas may be more concerned with water supply. Reasons behind implementing national health programs. Disease burden is high. Proven strategies for prevention and control are available. Adequate infrastructure is in place. Resources for program implementation are available to ensure availability and accessibility of healthcare for all, particularly to the most vulnerable and underprivileged sections of population, to promote early detection and treatment of diseases. Vertical health programs include separate health structures with strong central management dedicated to the planning, management, and implementation of selected interventions. Advantages of vertical health programs include clear objectives and targets motivate staff, operational planning is focused and easy to deliver, efficient and effective delivery, and better ability to monitor restricted output. Besides advantages, it also possesses some disadvantages such as no capacity to to accommodate extra work in disasters, resources used for specific activities only, de-skilling of health worker, no focus on overall development, dependent on donors for funding, placement of workers after completion challenging, long-term public motivation not sustained and may not be cost-effective in long run. Example of an integrated health program. Khoj, an integrated health and development project. The Khoj project, an initiative of Voluntary Health Association of India, brings about a holistic change in the lives of its beneficiaries by uplifting the socio-economic and health status of vulnerable communities. Its primary objective is to develop an enduring partnership between VHAI or Voluntary Health Association of India and implementing organizations, thereby strengthening the latter to effectively implement innovation, self-sustaining community health and development programs. General advantages of an integrated health program include helping in national development on a broader perspective, incorporates multidimensional concept of health, efficient and effective delivery through intersectoral collaboration, has capacity to accommodate extra work, responds to community needs, cost effective in long run, and holistic approach to health. And disadvantages of an integrated health program are sometimes fail to target priority effectively, complex programming may lead to more failure, and lack of expertise in integrated health program management. Programs for communicable diseases are National Vector-Borne Diseases Control Program, Revised National Tuberculosis Control Program, National Leprosy Eradication Program, National AIDS Control Program, Universal Immunization Program, National Guinea Worm Eradication Program, Yaws Control Program, and Integrated Disease Surveillance Program. Programs for non-communicable diseases are National Cancer Control Program, National Mental Health Program, National Diabetes Control Program, National Program for Control and Treatment of Occupational Diseases, National Program for Control of Blindness, National Program for Control of Diabetes, Cardiovascular Disease and Stroke, and National Program for Prevention and Control of Deafness. Few nutritional programs developed at national level are Integrated Child Development Services Scheme, Midday Meal Program, Special Nutrition Program, National Nutritional Anemia Prophylaxis Program, and National Iodine Deficiency Disorders Control Program. A national health policy was last formulated in 1983, and since then there have been marked changes in the determinant factors relating to the health sector. National health policy strategies and plans play an essential role in defining a country's vision, priorities, budgetary decisions, and course of action for improving and maintaining the health of its people. Most countries have been using the development of national health policy strategies and plans for decades to give direction and coherence to their efforts to improve health. Specific goals for the states in National Health Mission are be based on existing levels, capacity and context. State-specific innovations would be encouraged. Prevention and reduction of anemia in women aged 15 to 49 years. Prevent and reduce mortality and morbidity from communicable, non-communicable injuries and emerging diseases. Reduce household out-of-pocket expenditure on total healthcare expenditure. Reduce annual incidence and mortality from tuberculosis by half. Reduce prevalence of leprosy to less than 1 per 10,000 population and incidence to 0 in all districts. Annual malaria incidence to be less than 1 per 1000. Less than 1% microfilaria prevalence in all districts, and Kala Azar elimination by 2015 less than 1 case per 10,000 population in all blocks. We hope this presentation was successful in giving you a general overview of national health programs In the next presentation, we will discuss about improved sanitation practices for better health and hygiene of all. Thank you.